Okay, here's a quick roadmap on how to hit $25,000 a month selling automation services. This could be a mixture of things. It could be AI chatbots. It could be AI lead gen. It could be assisting them in their business to automate some of their existing tasks. It could be lead gen. It could be marketing. It could be day-to-day customer service and so forth. Anything that you can do to automate a task to take out human labor. And this is the future, obviously. I think by 2030, people really won't be working jobs. We won't be sitting in offices like we do now. I would say about 90% of what we're doing right now will be automated. Right now, businesses such as Microsoft, 30% automated. Amazon, pretty close. They're trying to get to 50% automated. They're replacing thousands of workers a month with robots, right? Tesla, they're making robots. Robots will be used daily, not only in the manufacturing space, but they'll also be doing it in the office space, and they'll become in different forms. But mostly what it is right now, and what we're going to be talking about, is lead gen. It's going to be marketing. It's going to be using AI to find better leads. It's going to be using AI cold email to bring in leads. Automated AI can actually go out, find the leads, scrape the leads, and message the leads. That's how far we've come. And it's getting better by the day. This is what we're using right now. Probably would be a lot different from what we're doing next year. So as of right now, like the market is somewhere around $40 billion in 2027. I believe AGI will hit in 2027, meaning that we're getting Grok 4 today as I speak. AGI meaning that is going to be leaps and bounds ahead of us, almost to the point where we don't even know what's happening. People already at, what's it called? People already at OpenAI are quitting en masse because they're scared of just how powerful it is. So that's something you can consider. Like, we're heading this way no matter what, and we might as well embrace it. And I believe within a couple of years that there won't really be any jobs to get. There won't be any types of businesses to run. So if you want to make money now, if you want to build value in the marketplace, you're going to have to do something with AI. It might as well be this automation opportunity. We call it AI automation business, right? Or agency. It could be building websites, using smart websites that automatically help them generate leads and set appointments on their calendar. So it's going to be a mix of things. Right now, I would say that could be correct. About 70% of businesses recognize that AI and automation is the future, but only 30% have implemented anything. Like simply one automation, maybe a Zapier automation, that's all they've done. That's considering that, right? So there's very few that are using AI lead generation and marketing, email outreach. And it's interesting because actually the employees working for these companies are doing the automations themselves and just automating their jobs. So maybe they have a 40-hour work week. I've heard stories of people that are working jobs, desk jobs in the office, and then they're implementing AI themselves just in their spare time, and then getting their tasks down to 7 hours a week of work that they have. So imagine if they're just doing that automatically, like in the offices or employees. What we can come and do as a consultant who has a product available for a specific niche business that's already set and ready to go, where you can just copy and paste it. And that's what we're talking about. It's a service at first, but we're creating a productized service, meaning that, so you have a service and you offer consulting or coaching or marketing, advertising to X, Y, and Z businesses. That's a service. What we do is we take that service, we niche it down, and we productize it down. So instead of offering 7 things, we only offer 1 or 2 things, and it's a product that can be copy and paste and implemented with ease, with a VA potentially doing this for you, or you're doing it yourself very easily. The biggest opportunity, the biggest results are going to be for the businesses actually implementing this, right? So 30x ROI the first year that companies are seeing. So they're laying off staff, so they're saving $50,000 a year. If in the US, say like for a secretary, that they don't need 7 secretaries anymore. They got 30 seats in their office, and most of the work is now being done by AI. Automations are no longer needed, right? So they can downsize their office. That can save them $1 million a year. Plus, AI works 37 hours a day, just joking. 365 days a year. There's no days off. They don't get sick. Hopefully the power won't go out, right? They have generators. So technically, like, we have employees that are working for these companies that we're placing them for these companies. In a way, we can do the marketing or copy in such a way that you say, oh, we're going to place people into your business, but you don't have to pay them. You just pay me a consulting fee for getting them set up for you. Depending on what level of understanding that they have with AI, you can dumb it down and just be like, okay, how much are you paying right now for your staff? Cool. Just take notes. How much productivity do you get out of them? Do you have to pay their holidays? And you just bring that pain up. Like, how much are you spending? How much employee theft do you have? Because every company has employee thefts. They're stealing your time, your hours, even stealing straight from the cash register. All kinds of things are going on. That's most likely in a business. It's always employee theft. That's 90% of it versus customer theft. So there's all these concerns. And so if you can set up something where you have a trusted productized offer for them that they can see visually, you're more valuable than a $50,000 a year employee. So if you come into whatever business, maybe it's doing $1 million or $2 million or $5 million a year, and you can replace 3 of their employees, that's $150,000. Let's say it's 3 50K employees, right? $150,000 a year, right? How much could you offer if, we're going to come in, we're going to help you save $150,000 a year and help you make an additional $150,000 a year. That's $300K. So you're going to go from 2 million to 2.3 next year, right? Let's just say, for example, right? Obviously it's not profit and loss and you got to do numbers more, but let's keep it simple. In that scenario, right? How much would you pay if you were the business owner? How much would you invest if you turn it around? And so if you think about what we're trying to do here is businesses will spend money with you if they can get a guaranteed ROI, and it has to be quickly. It has to be within the first year. It doesn't always have to be in the first month, but it does help for it to happen as quickly as possible. If you can get a 30x ROI on your investment, you're going to do it every time. If you get a 10x ROI on your investment, you're going to do it every time. If you get a 4x ROI on your investment, you're probably going to do it 80% of the time. That's where I've noticed that some businesses just won't pull the trigger. They'll be like, there's not enough proof here, or I don't really want to grow that much and I still have to pay for this. Or you have to wait a few months for the return, right? So I've been running ads and I've spent over 10 million on ads, right? And so when I'm pitching, like, hey, we're going to run ads for this company, we're looking at ROIs of 2, 3x, right? So imagine we're now pitching something that has a 30x ROI. This is why I don't run ads anymore. Like, ads were great, and that was the best way to automate essentially getting customers in, because you can spend as much as you want and you just automate it with a click of a mouse, rather than doing one-on-one sales calls or doing webinars or doing different events and so forth. You can just automate, and now everyone sees your business and can become a customer, right? Now, this is the next evolution of that. We're adding in more things. Like, we're still doing advertising and marketing, but that's not the main focus of what we're offering now. It's going to be a complete changeover to just automating your business so that you can walk away from it and it still runs. You can take time off of it. You can just have it sitting there as an asset, just working. So we're going to be doing this for my businesses as well as my friends' businesses, as well as clients' businesses, as well as your clients' businesses. This is the future. Like, by 2030, everything is going to be automated. We're going to be freeing up a lot of our time to do other cool stuff that we actually want to do. I don't know if you're like me, but I don't want to be sitting behind a desk looking at a computer screen all day talking to you, right? This is just for now, because we're building for the future. It's going to come fast. And so if you can get even a 10x ROI, let's just say, okay, we're offering you a 30x ROI. We're going to charge you $10K for the consulting, and then $30,000 for the year, or about $3,000 a month, $2,500 a month. But okay, that's a good amount of money. I understand. And I understand you say you're making 3 million a year. But you understand this investment of the setup, you're going to get a lot of value from the initial consulting. What we're doing is we're consulting with the customer. We're actually breaking down the problems that they have in their business. They may not even realize. It's almost business therapy, I call it. So we talk about this in the Agency Accelerator. We'll actually do this in detail, like jump on a call with you if you're part of my coaching community. We'll work with you to make sure you understand how to talk to the customer, how to get the most value, ask them the right questions. You can even just put this question to like Grok or OpenAI, ChatGPT, and come up with a question list for your potential lead. And you just go in and you ask them the questions. Okay, so how many people do you have on staff here? What's the burden? What's the cost to you? What's the overhead? What are the bottlenecks? Why are people not showing up to work? And what's your sales process like? Oh, you don't have a sales process. Oh, you're just losing churn on staff, churn on customers. Like those are big things. There's a lot of pain along with businesses that are currently run when they don't have automation set up. And for them to actually try to learn to do all this themselves, like the AI automations themselves, is going to be too difficult. They don't have time to do that. That's why you need to come in and help them set it up and create a product that you can just copy and paste from one business to another business so they can refer your friends. So maybe they're in the same niche as your other clients, potentially. So targeting a niche that you fully understand. Again, we have an entire program called Agency Accelerator, and I work with you on a one-on-one basis to pick your niche, make sure it's the right niche for you, that you have some expertise in that niche, that we research the niche fully. I have access to a lot of data and niche specific information and leads. So whatever I have within that niche, I can send you. So it's already done. And then we will actually verify that the niche is quality and then start coming up with your initial lead list. That 2 lead lists. So we come up with one that you'll personally be marketing to and one that your AI agent will be marketing to. So that's how we get the leads. But we have to pick the niche first. So you're probably wondering what kind of packages, that we offer. It's going to be consulting, the implementation, and then the ongoing maintenance retainer. So this is broken into 3 areas for a reason. So that's the initial consulting. Initial consulting will be 1 free session, followed by, usually I like to do with a 5K consulting and strategy program. So that's 1 month where we're gathering information, building out documents, and then sending to them everything. So that's like a consulting service, strategy service that we deliver for them. Really nice. Make it like a VIP thing. We come into the office if possible. We jump on calls. They send everything they have. And usually when they send everything they have, they don't really have all that much set up. So we're going to have to actually go in for every single business and create the necessary documents, have the necessary information available. So that's going to require multiple calls. I use Otter.ai to record calls in person. And that way we have an AI script of that, plug that into the AI, plug that into Google Docs, have all that information available for you to actually go ahead and implement solutions. You got to do this initial consultation because you can't implement solutions for a company that you're not familiar with. You can't just come in and be like, okay, you got this whole company here, and let me just assume everything and just deploy my product or service. That is a 1 month to 2 month operation for the consulting. And you're building your trust and your value there, and you're building your skill sets, but you're also learning about the company so that you can implement a better product. So that's the reason why it's a paid consulting fee. And I do recommend going from around about 5,000 to 10,000, depending on scope, the niche, and so forth. But it's usually around there. If you're just starting out and you're not as comfortable doing it, and you just want to learn the ropes, at least get paid doing it. So that I would say like 2K would be the initial startup fee at a bare minimum, if you're not as experienced as in consulting, right? Because consulting is a skill in itself. You learn it by only doing it. So you're going to have to go out and do it anyway. Yeah. All right. Implementation is the development and deploying of the actual AI solution. Is going to be a lot quicker if you already have a product. But if you don't have the productized version of your AI solution set up yet, it's going to take you longer. So this could take X amount of time. And then you have the retainer. Retainer is just simply the support optimization. And as new things come down the line, you want to implement new AI stuff. Maybe they get, hey, we got some questions. Can you do this and this? And so they're obviously like with how much these prices are, it's a wide range, but that just gives you a good optimal solution to do it. So 1 consultation, a flat one-time fee, just charge $5K if you're not sure. Implementation, again, a one-time implementation and deploying and development of the solution itself, charge $10K. And then for the service retainer, let's just charge $2,500 a month for ongoing support. All right. So there you go. If you got 10 clients at $2,500 a month, that's your 25K. And the better and faster that you can implement a productized version of this and take out all the guesswork, the easier it is to scale this to 25K. Yeah. So in the beginning, it's going to take a lot more work than towards the end. And client acquisition, again, we cover this fully in Agency Accelerator, so come join us. We go through a step-by-step approach of combining your own personal lead gen method along with your AI agent cold email system lead gen method. Combine them together to create a fastest way, I think, and the simplest way to get to 10 clients paying you a monthly retainer of $2,500, making your 25K a month retainer business operational. Of course, there's other things that you can do if you just want to land a client really quickly. Like we work our top 100 list is recommended in Agency Accelerator. You can also join, or maybe you're already active in online communities where you can get potential clients there. I've done all of these. They all work. Automate your cold email system like we're talking about. We have a guy in-house inside of our program that will do it for you. And what you want to do is you want to leverage freelance platforms. So these to get your feet wet and get leads through the door where they're paying you. Like maybe it's $50 on Fiverr to do a consultation, AI consultation, or a $500 consultation on Upwork for AI automation. Partner up with businesses that don't compete with your offer. So this is the key. Who do you know that has potentially a list of clients? Maybe a CPA. That's a good scenario. B2B clients we'd like to work with, personally. And then price for your value, not your hours. This is really key. We're creating a productized service. Let me drill that into your head. We're not creating a job for yourself. We're creating a revenue stream with automations, not only for your clients, but also for yourself. What you do for them is what we'll also do for yourself. So that means we're going to maximize your revenue based on the value you provide. And then we estimate that value based off of the ROI and the client's actual monthly recurring revenue and so forth, and yearly revenues. And we do all the math to figure out what's the best for both. So this is not us trying to take advantage of the clients. This is supposed to be set up. And if you do sales correctly, it's a win-win for both parties. So it's a win for them, it's a win for you. So you're actually creating a lot of value here, right? If you don't do this for them, then they're going to keep struggling in their business and doing everything, manually with all their employees and so forth. And then you won't get paid. And then you won't have a case study. So it goes both ways. This is a value setup where both people win. And it doesn't always work like that in sales. But if you can get an offer like this that is so good, this offer, and you can get such a win for both parties, it's going to be easy to price yourself pretty high and based off of value and not your time. All right, so start off with one-off projects. Obviously, Fiverr and Upwork is going to be a lot less than usually, but even on Upwork, you can start doing these fixed-price projects at these rates. All right. So again, if we secured 5 clients paying you $5K a year, that's $25K. But what if it's 5 clients paying you $5K a month? That's $25K a month. So if you identify and understand that what product that you're going to create and how much value it brings, and you pick the right niche with the potential, it depends on the niche, depends on how good the product that you create and how much automations that you offer and how much value that brings to that company. That's all it is. It's all based on value and not your hours, not the amount of work you're putting in. You could secure 5 clients at $5K a year or $5K a month. Just all based off of that. I know. I've had clients pay me $50 a month, and I've had clients pay me $5,000 or $10,000 a month. Am I doing more work for? I'm actually not. I was doing the same amount of work for my $50 a month client as my $5,000 a month client. So just to put it into perspective. So hopefully you can have that mindset shift that we're not really focusing here on how much you're making per hour, or we're not measuring that. All right. So phase 1. Basically is securing your first couple projects, all right? And we have all kinds of different documents and strategies on how to best do that, as well as mindset training and my one-on-one support inside Agency Accelerator. Phase 2 will be basically converting them into a monthly retainer. So I think these timelines are pretty attainable for most people. We're only talking about a couple deals and then converting these couple deals into retainers, walking through the process, the 3-step sales process that we have set up. And then phase 3 is targeting maybe some larger clients, maybe just 1 or 2, closing those deals, and then offering them, once you implement the AI automation services, you want to basically get them on a call, get a video testimonial case study, and then ask for referrals right then and there. There's an exact process to doing that. And then you're done. There's not a whole lot of cold outreach you have to do, no cold calling, nothing really as far as reaching out to businesses. It's all done with just getting a couple clients and then working those leads from there. So hopefully this is a good overview and roadmap for you to get started, and at least maybe get you excited about the opportunity, where whether we're selling still websites, we're selling AI automation inside the website, smart websites. We're still selling ads and marketing, but we're using AI to deliver. All right. If we're running Facebook ads or YouTube ads, it's using AI basically algorithms within inside those applications. So everything we're doing, we're attaching that label to it. And then we're adding in the automations, which are more in depth, whether it's customer service, AI chatbots, and so forth. But that won't be covered here in this video. I think I've covered everything I wanted. Oh, and then lastly, I can't really see that, but mastering the sales process. This is the key here of generating the lead or collecting the lead, having AI collect the leads, follow up with those leads with cold email. AI will be doing that. But the sales process is key. So we have a 2-step sales process with Agency Accelerator that we go and we audit your sales calls. I help you and coach you through the calls themselves on a one-on-one basis. You send me your call, we review it, we go over it. Before you get onto a call, I'll be there to support you throughout the process so that you don't have fear going in or you don't have anxiety. And like that's what it is, like having confidence in the ability to have someone backing you up, saying you were there to help them do it. So once you get those like first couple clients in the door using this method, then you won't need me anymore. So that's all it is. Once we get a couple clients for you using our 2-step sales process, we have calls, we have scripts, we have everything that you need. So come join us inside Agency Accelerator and we'll help you on your way to hitting $25K a month without doing anything too difficult. Like there is work involved. Like you're going to have to master some automations and so forth, and maybe 50 to 100 hours worth of work. And all that we have inside the program, or we have links to the content that you need to look over. All right, so we'll keep it to that. See you on the inside of Agency Accelerator. The link will be below this video or somewhere in the email that I sent.